Welcome back, everyone. It's episode 30, Wednesday, March 9th of Beach and Boys Sports Talk. We have Marcus, Silas, and our guest Trey for right now for this quick segment, and Drew Lock is a Seahawk.
No, Russell Wilson's a Bronco, not Drew.
Yeah, Drew Lock.
Get out of here. Start that.
Yeah, so we already know what the climate of the room is right now. So,
he's had a great day.
It's a sad day.
But, so, Russell Wilson been traded to the Denver Broncos. Seattle just got Drew Lock, Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, 2 first rounds, 2 second rounds were actually the 2022 ninth pick, Denver's 22nd round pick, so number 40.
The ninth pick, yeah.
And then the next year's first and second, and then this year's 5th and 4th. So
the fifth and fourth swap.
Yeah.
And then the best part, I guess,
a fourth in there.
I know, is that for the 2 seconds, or we get our second, which we still have, actually, believe it or not, we didn't give that to the Jets. And so the good thing is, think positive, we drafted 9, 40, and 44. So if you draft really well, you get 3 of the top 45 guys.
You can get 3 starters out of the draft.
3 starters. Like, there really is no excuse outside of the quarterback position for him to like be sitting for a year. But
how was your guys' first reactions, your thoughts now?
Dude, I didn't believe it. I was... Go ahead, Trey.
I was literally about to leave for class, and I think you texted the group chat.
I did. I sent a screenshot.
And I lost my shit. I was like, what? I called my girlfriend to tell her the news, and then because she knew, I knew she'd know how I was feeling, and then we added her dad to the call, and I told him. But then, so I was sitting in my geology class, right, and I was obviously not thinking about rocks. And so the tweet I put out a tweet on my recruiting, like my actual football account, and my take from it, I said we don't have to re-sign our current tight ends because Will Dissly and Gerald Everett, who I both think are good. I really like Will Dissly,
I really like Dissly,
and I like Gerald Everett a lot, but I like my tight ends to be more of a blocker. So I think Will Dissly's better with that. I said we don't have to re-sign our current tight ends because we got Noah Fant. We get an interior lineman who has a good upside, because he's I'm pretty sure he's only like 25.
Yeah, he had 6 sacks last year.
Yeah, and he's a guy that can play. I think he's a big 3 tech, but might be able to line up as a nose. And then I think he can play as a pass rusher too. And I think Poona Ford is a free agent. I could be wrong. I think we might have extended him.
I think he's either on his last year.
Don't first your guys' bubble.
Shelby
Harris is 30.
Jeez.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I believe he's having good last few seasons, though. He had 6 sacks last year.
So he's going to be here for 2-3 years. And then
that's not bad, though. 6 sacks, man, is like second or third on a team. And
22 total, 22 and a half.
And then...
in his career?
Yeah.
So 6 last year is like, you're playing pretty good. I heard good things. I heard people in Denver being like, I wish we could have kept him.
Yeah.
He's big.
Yeah. How big was size?
He's 289.
Yeah, so he's a 3 tech.
Yeah, he's more like a D-end.
Yeah,
less of a... but with Carlos Dunlap and mixing Darrell Taylor in on blitzes, it can open something on the new defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I also said we have a better backup quarterback who could start if needed, because Drew Lock, obviously we saw what happened with Geno Smith this year. I think it'd be nice if we can retain Drew Lock long term if he's going to be cheap. I think he's going to get decent money once he actually hits the market.
Which is next year.
But as a bridge quarterback, it's really not that bad because we have our first round pick next year. So if we do really bad, we still get rewarded for it instead of this year not doing well and not getting rewarded for it. And then I said the bad is we traded the best quarterback in the history of the Seahawks for 2.
It has every single record.
We have 2 first round picks for it, basically.
Yeah.
I know we got the players and everything, but it is 2 first round picks.
So what did the 2 you think? Because my take is that we never see Drew Lock starting as a Seahawk. It might be a hot take. I know we didn't draft for him. We got the picks. They threw players in there. Part of that salary reason. But I think it's either... It won't be Geno. I think it's a free agent, or the only way I see him starting is we choose to draft a rookie and Drew Lock starts in place of him for a season before we let Drew Lock walk and let whoever we drafted play.
I don't think... so I would not draft a quarterback this year.
It's so weak.
Yeah, it's a very lackluster QB draft. So, I mean, as I've kind of seen things, it's you got to get bad before you get good.
Geno Smith's a free agent, let's consider.
I mean, I haven't obviously seen a whole lot of Broncos games because they haven't been really good.
Yeah.
For a while, and I think their motive, they just want to be competitive. They just want to be competitive, and that's what Russell Wilson brings to the
Especially
table.
that division.
Yeah.
You gotta keep up.
And I just feel like also with Vic Fangio, I felt with this character wasn't really the best, and I don't think that they really necessarily gave Locke a total shot, because I felt like he was always injured or something happened. And then that Vegas game, I remember last year, you even brought it up. There were like 7 drops or something.
Yeah, no, there was just and like watching his film. I'm gonna watch more tonight, but there was so many. And then even in Denver, it is important to remember that their coaching staff was trash, and they had to fire everyone because of how bad it was.
Yeah.
And then they also didn't give Drew Lock a full shot. So yeah, I mean, like with us having a new OC who, well, like he's gonna love to pass the ball and use Penny if we keep him, and whoever else we draft. It's possible we see him get a real good shot, and it's a hard division over here, though, too.
I don't think he's going to be your guys' franchise quarterback.
Oh, no, nor do I.
For a couple year, 2, like, sucking.
But having someone in place so we don't win 2 games a year for the next 3 seasons, it is what it is. Yeah.
Cannon of arms. So
more targets than he'll ever have. And even if we just retain DK, I still think that's true.
And also, since free agency isn't officially opened up, this also, I think Russell Wilson's contract, it cleared cap for us like this year, even though like we probably took a penalty.
Yep.
But it's going to clear a lot of cap, which is any O-linemen that are available. We're going to get back to that, like what Pete Carroll was like. Like a lot of people hate it, like the idea of it, but it's like that Pete Carroll style of football, which is like run, pass, run, pass. And Drew Lock, I think he'll like Noah Fant. Obviously, he already knows Noah Fant. Noah Fant's a good tight end. A good tight end is always a bad quarterback's best friend.
For sure.
And then
anything underneath.
And then if we can get a good O-line, we don't have to worry about that in the draft because we have money to do it in free agency. That's going to open up our offense to do what Pete Carroll wants to do, and then hopefully our team can go from there, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you think Pete Carroll's the go-to guy for the next 10 years?
I mean, yeah.
Dude, he'll be there.
By
he'll be in a wheelchair in 10 years. He's 75. Are you kidding?
I think by trading Russell, you committed to Pete. I think that's how that goes.
That's my biggest point on this whole subject. I hate John Schneider. Terrible GM. I don't want to listen to anything. He's terrible.
He's great at drafting in the late round.
He's terrible at anything early, which is important to at least semi-hit on. And my big conclusion, the part that's so annoying, is keeping Pete Carroll and John Schneider and getting rid of Russell Wilson. That's my big takeaway. And that's what the Seahawks are saying. We trust Pete Carroll and John Schneider to better this organization. The other option is you fired Pete a month and a half ago, and we're looking at Brian Dable, and we're looking at Brian Flores,
Eric
Bieniemy, and we're looking at oh my God, if Eric Bieniemy's quarterback, hell no, we're not trading Wilson. That's the story. Is oh my God, is Eric Bieniemy going to make this offense what the Chiefs could be, and is Wilson going to be in the Super Bowl next year? So that's the most frustrating part as the owners and whatever her name is that owns the team after.
Jody Allen.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Wilson then? Sorry, but it felt outside. I really wasn't really following a whole lot of Seahawks news. I felt like it was very dying. Like the whole
the topic
of Wilson getting traded.
For sure.
It was dying. I was like, he's just gonna roll with being a Seahawk, and then obviously within his contract he can say yes or no to the trade.
Yeah.
So was he actually were they behind the scenes talking about getting traded?
I think
or did they kind of just bring it up on him? Because
I think
you said 10 days ago he
said I was good. He was in an interview. They quoted him saying he liked being in Seattle. But I think it's funny. The Washington news is funny now when he said he didn't want to play in Washington because the timeline lines up where when he said that was when Seattle was declining the trade.
Yeah.
So that means that they prevented him. He said that. That's what I presume from that. Yeah. Because he has no trade clause, Washington wasn't on that list. But my take is if Denver was on that list of 4 teams, that's 4 is the number we've been given, 4 teams he would be okay with getting traded to. I don't know if necessarily he was in the middle of the trade talks and had anything to do with it outside of approving. But what I do think is if Denver's on the list, John Schneider said 10 days ago, to got some controversy, but I couldn't agree more that he's not doing his job if he's declining trades. Like if he's not listening to trades. Because people are like, he shouldn't even be hearing him out if Russell's staying. And I agree. If you're going to get offered a lot, it's his job. That is what he is there for. So it's hard to say that. I don't think Russell was sitting there texting me when I'm going to get. But I think it's possible. Hey, they've been working this out. Denver threw in one more player or that 4th pick, whatever, sealed the deal, and it happened.
Also, Wilson's money thing. It's Seahawks save $11 million, but then take on $26 million in dead money. So
the next year,
$26 million dead money is a lot. It's a lot of dead money.
Even with the trade,
this year.
Yeah.
Even with the trade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, a lot of money right now.
It's still money saved, though.
Yeah,
There's still like $10 million.
And now you guys have money to spread around because I mean, Russell Wilson just wins you games. That's the thing. Like he just wins you guys so many games. But then when you have historically two of the worst like defense passing yard wise.
Yeah.
The past 2 years or even 3 years, it's hard to cover up those giant holes.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that's happened here that I can't remember the dude's name. I'm terrible with the new defensive coordinator. Is that he was saying he made the joke of A, we're going to use Jamal Adams better. B, we're not going to play conservative. He was like, you're not going to see any corners playing 10 yards off playing so.
Yeah.
Like that's
and
that's like high school. Man. Hey, he's faster than you. Go stand 11 yards. It makes no logical sense. So
Clint Hurt.
Yeah, he was one of our players positioned then. But anyway, what do we think about Bobby Wagner? The whole talk has been if Russell stays, B-Swags leaves.
If Russell stays, he's leaving.
Well, that's what it was going to be. Was that if Russell was going to stay and we were going to eat his contract and
because
the
money,
only option was Bobby leaves. Right now, I go, what the hell would Bobby Wagner want to stay for?
He's I don't know why
he's older. He's still playing like a top 2 linebacker in football.
He should be like, I want to go be somewhere where I can actually.
So that's what I'm saying, Trey. So then are we talking about trading Russell, DK, Tyler? That's not happening. So
you gotta selling house. And
but they're not. We're not selling. They're not going to sell the top 5 best player. That's not what's going to. So someone's staying.
Tyler Lockett's getting.
Lockett will be gone by the end of the week. That's all I'm hearing.
Is really sad.
I'm going to be equally sad. That's
really sad. Because Russell and Tyler, it was Doug and Tyler, and then it was Russell and Tyler.
Yeah.
And they
seriously. And they have that connection where you throw the ball up and he gets it, and you watch more Seahawks games than you've been here, but it's so fun to watch. Even when they're losing, you're like, how are they making these passes to each other? The one this year at the back of the end zone where he somehow got his toes down on that throwaway ball. There's some, but I don't know. I think that it can't be Tyler goes Friday and then Tuesday we're talking about where does Bobby Wagner go. The Seahawks as a terrible drafting team can't be betting all their cards on 4 first-round picks in 5 seconds and 6 thirds.
Unless they're going to turn around and flip those for players.
So that's what someone said, that if Tyler's being traded for picks or a player, you gave the example, the Packers call and go, hey, dude, Jair for Tyler straight up. We want another receiver next to Tay. That's just an example. If they offer a defensive player or a position we really need, I can see it. What I don't see is more picks, because the hell do we want more picks? Unless the picks are then used in a package for someone. But who's that someone?
I don't.
Friggin' Carson Wentz? Deshaun Watson has a trial on Friday. Who are we talking about here?
Deshaun Watson.
That's
Friday. We're know by April 1st. That's
just Friday's a big day. They come out and the jury votes if it's going to be civil or if it's going to be actual charges. Civil or criminal. So Friday's a big day for Houston. But anyway, just throw that in there. But
he has to fight 22 of those.
I believe though that this is for the overall of the Harris County in Texas. It's their allegation. So that's a really big thing. So because if they say civil, we're talking about him either being traded or, oh my God, Houston's going to be good again. Who knows Houston yet, but super interesting. But
so what do you because the Seahawks are obviously in your division, and obviously we've given you pain before. Russell Wilson has been part of your pain. Playoffs 2 times.
My favorite game ever, dude. The walk-off.
The walk-off and then the Hail Mary.
Dude.
That one sucked.
That's my favorite one. We caught that ball so beautifully and clean.
And so refs.
The high school refs.
It's right. Last playoff game Russell Wilson lost to was against Aaron Rodgers.
It was, yeah. It's
so,
okay that you guys don't win Super Bowl.
But have you, what do you, because...
Uno reverse, I have a whole...
Uno reverse!
Yeah, dude. Hey, we can totally play this game. I'll dunk on you.
So, because that opens up the conference. Obviously, we didn't make the playoffs last year, but I think most people that really understand football know that last year was kind of a wash for Seattle.
It's the first time Wilson missed a game in 10 years. And we had our first non-playoff appearance in 9 years. So it wasn't like a...
No, that's not true. We missed the playoffs a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
It was
the second time.
It was our first losing season.
Yes.
In so many years. But
the second time.
How do you feel seeing that being out of the conference one?
You didn't go to school here. You were just not a Seahawks fan. And you were just... What would you think?
I mean, just outside, my dad's a Ram fan. So he's this is awesome because he just sees Russell Wilson run around twice a year.
Yeah.
And it's dude, this is annoying. But I mean, it's just it made sense. It just made sense. It's just Seahawks just have way too many holes where it's gonna take 3 to 4, even 5 years to fill up just the defense. And it's Russell's going to be old, and then his mobility's going to start slowing down.
And also that
And
would
if
line
you
up with
protect
the
the-
contract. So 3 and 4 years would have lined
When was
up.
the last time you had a good O-line? Like,
2000 when we went to the second Super Bowl.
Yeah.
15?
And lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it was everything was falling down. It's like you like those like instant wins just because of Russell Wilson. But
Yeah.
it can't just always be Russell Wilson.
So I
once you
agree.
come to playoff
And-
time, you're gonna just be a first round exit every
Every
time.
time. So
You have too many
that's, I
holes.
hate to say it, but my official take was Monday morning 8 a.m. You asked me, are the Seahawks going to win another Super Bowl with Russell Wilson? I'm going to tell you no, and I don't care that that's going to be a Seahawks fan. I would have said no, just because I look at our team now. I look at a 2 years older Russell Wilson, and I go, how is that possible? And they go, all right, you're going to have to pay DK around that time, like B-Swags, even if you sign him for 3 years, would be paid around that time. I would have said no. So then this is like a silly proposal, but if I could say no then, Denver's going to try. I would happily say, I will literally quit this podcast if they win a Super Bowl. They won't do it. It won't happen. It just won't happen. So if neither side's winning a Super Bowl, are the Seahawks moving on early? And is anything I say false? And I don't think Seahawks would have won one, nor do I think that.
If the Broncos don't win one, I understand what you're saying. But in my eyes, the Broncos, going to the Broncos as a veteran quarterback that's really good, like Russell Wilson, is a very similar move to going to Tampa Bay like Brady did. Because what did Tampa Bay have? They had
a built team around.
They had a built team. They had 2 really good receivers.
Yep.
They had a good defense and a good O-line.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett Bowles played out of his mind last year. They're Denver's left tackle.
Yeah.
I think they have a young O-line and they played pretty well last year, as far as I know.
Yep.
They have they have Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Tim Patrick, and KJ Hamler, who's like a downfield.
Well, I think he just got released.
Did he get released?
He just Penn State got it.
Yeah.
What?
That's
wild. And then obviously they need to fill a spot at tight end, but I think free agency is an easy way to do that. Especially if Gerald Everett's in free agency, why not just go sign Gerald Everett if you're the Broncos?
Deshaun Hamilton.
Oh, Deshaun Hamilton got released. Okay.
Yeah.
And then their defense is good. Everyone knows their defense is good, and especially everyone's seen what Von Miller's been posting. And if Russell is back there,
he's going back.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's crazy. Is that not so cool, buddy? Left halfway through a year, got a ring, and he's gonna go back. Someone said he's never going to watch in Denver. He's just gonna go move back home.
A lot cheaper.
Yeah.
I think it's a very strong spot to go. That's why I was like, that makes sense for Rodgers to go there because they already have the team built. They just need a quarterback that can win.
Freaking mad is this whole time I've been telling Silas that. Can't wait to see him in Denver. So I have you could pull up 5 clips of me making Denver jokes. And, that's.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited. Just to wrap it up, I'm really excited about how the defensive coordinator is. We have a new tackle. Carlos Dunlap's back. We could sign Bobby Wagner. Our younger corners can develop. Jamal Adams is going to be healthy. Diggs is going to get a new contract. It could be a change for the defense. And I think if the quarterback either works out or there's a new one, it's possible we're not terrible. But I just have such a
what I see with that 9th pick. It depends on draft board, but Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that.
If you guys can build your defense first and then O-line, quarterback will be the last thing.
I agree. We're not winning the Super Bowl next year, so let's start to build a team and fill positions.
Yeah, and I think say Drew Lock plays decent. I know it's the 17th game makes the passing numbers get inflated, but if he could go for 3,700 yards, good touchdown to interception, like 27 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. Yeah, something decent. And then we get, say, Chris Carson and Penny come back and they're a 1-2 punch. If one of them goes for 1,100 and one of them goes for 700 rushing yards, that's 1,800 rushing yards, and then whatever fills in for the third string or whatever, that's a decent offense. If our defense could get rebuilt in a year right here, I'm not going to say it's playoffs because we're in the NFC West.
It's so hard.
But
there's 3 good teams.
That's a good respect. I think if you can be a team right now, I think the goal for Seattle, obviously the goal is to make the playoffs, but I think the goal for Seattle is to be a team that teams don't want to see when it matters.
So whether that becomes defense because we get better because it's because of Russell. That's why no one's oh my god, I'm so scared of Shaq Thompson and Trey Flowers. But if it becomes the defense again, like you're saying, the defense plays really good. We're not. You don't have to put up 42 points a game.
No.
When the defense is playing well, the amount of offensive production goes down, and that's been a big problem. But to be honest, dude, give me 6 wins. Give me 6 wins. Let's see whoever the hell our quarterback is do good. We'll see however the new defense works, and don't forget about the new offense. our new offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron.
Yeah.
He got to play. He missed 4 games with Russell. He got to miss a bunch of practice. So I mean, you didn't see his whole offense.
And
he wasn't running the plays with Russell.
And he succeeded with Jared. I mean, obviously with Sean McVay, but he was there when they had Jared Goff, and they succeeded.
And Jared Goff wasn't like top tier. Like so, it is possible, and it's more than I'm really excited just to see. I don't care. Like I have no expectations at all. I don't know who our starting quarterback is. I'm just see how it plays out. See how the new coaches.
And then what? In like 2 years, you guys get 2 or 3 years, you get Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud.
Well, that was my joke that I was saying though. I said let's let Drew Lock start. Let's and then let's see what.
It's a smart way to go about.
It is, yeah. I guess I just think with the amount of veteran free agent quarterbacks, it's possible someone comes in. I think it's hard to say it's not possible.
But I think because we have Drew Lock, I don't know if we go after how much difference if you have Drew Lock and Mitch Trubisky. It's just going to turn into not having a consistent quarterback. You're going to be switching them every other week. Not actually, but it's going to go you're going to have 5 weeks of whoever's a starter, one really bad game after a mid game where fans are upset. They're going to start the next guy. And then
so if I list 10 guys, you can't tell me 2 of these guys aren't better. Jacoby Brissett, Andy Dalton, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Cam Newton, Winston. I would take at least 2 or 3 of those guys before I'm taking, personally at least.
Yeah, but we already Drew Lock's already under contract with us now. Is it worth spending the money on Jameis Winston
we're paying him like a backup? What do you mean?
Yeah, I know, but
how do I care if he's
but we already have him paid, and we're not gonna Jameis Winston isn't gonna change our world. Why not just?
He's changing better than Drew Lock.
Yeah, but we're not looking for
a franchise this year.
Yeah, I agree. $7 million contract.
How much?
4 years, $7 million contract.
Yeah, dude, we've been paid less than half of the backups.
Yeah, that's true.
Winston, Mariota, Trubisky, Fitzmagic, Bridgewater.
I wouldn't be mad at
Andy Dalton, Jacoby Brissett, Cam Newton.
I wouldn't be mad at Marcus Mariota. I think is the one guy on there that piques my interest, and I like Tyrod Taylor. But
you understand that all of these guys are also 1 year. No one's getting signed for more than 1 year, so that's why I don't care if we switch back quarterbacks. I want the best. That's going to help the team develop. I don't care if fucking Drew Lock gets benched week 5 for Andy. I don't care. If he's not playing good, get him off the field. There's a reason Teddy Bridgewater.
I don't see Seahawks really asking a whole lot from Drew Lock.
No.
I think it's going to be
that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
He just needs to do a lot.
I don't think Chris Carson's getting...
He's on the second year, which is this year, as a team option, and he's coming off a neck injury.
Yeah.
Which he hasn't played a full season in 4 years, coming off a neck injury. It's more likely.
And Rashad Penny showed flashes late, but
again, that was a dog shit pick from 4 years ago. He was projected as a late 3rd, mid 4th round pick, and we took him at 28. And I was like, oh wow, I love this team. We're so smart, yay! And then he had 4 good games. We want to give him 4 years and limited money. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
This is gonna give me flashbacks when 2 years from now we're talking about an injured running back who the Seahawks
I wouldn't be mad if you tagged him or something.
No,
the running back tag isn't a lot, and it's
and
give him another 1 year.
That's actually not true. It's going up so much because it's the 10 divided.
Yeah.
It's a lot higher than what.
But it's still not going to be if you were to tag a receiver or something like that.
It also he's not going to sign 1 year here, so it gives the benefit of having a year to see what happens, even taking a bigger hit.
Yeah, and then if he gets hurt, it's okay, well you're not coming back. It's just.
Yeah.
You've gone 5.
I am worried about Carson.
Kenneth Walker or something late. I don't think it'll be a first round, but
no.
I wouldn't be mad if
second or third.
A lot of the draft. No, it's been 1 day, but a lot of the things I'm seeing are DN first, O lineman second, running back or receiver third.
Mm-hmm.
That's been the main thing I've seen.
I wouldn't be mad if the Seahawks took a quarterback late, also. And I know we were joking about EB earlier, but I don't think it would be a horrible like that. Because if you get a solid a young quarterback that's going to be cheap, and you can bring him in as purely just be the career backup in Seattle, so when we get the guy, and if he gets hurt, when Russell got hurt, we have a backup, and we're okay, you can go win us a couple games.
Yes,
that's not
same play style almost. Where it extends plays.
Just be better than Geno Smith. A backup quarterback is so undervalued. They're overvalued until your quarterback gets hurt.
And I said last week that the backup quarterback position has never been more valuable in the history of the NFL. Between COVID, injuries, between literally everything.
Yeah.
It can be a matter of. It's never been more valuable. Last year we had more backup start than we did in 2 decades?
Yeah, Tyler Huntley played.
Yeah, I think there was
He's a
like
free agent, by the way.
20 teams or something like that started their backup.
Actually, I just thought about that. Tyler Huntley is a free
I
agent.
don't fucking care.
He played really good.
Is Chiefs backup? Who's it?
Tyler Huntley, he was the Ravens backup.
Oh no, he's actually kind of good.
Yeah. Like,
He throws.
Yeah.
He can't pass these like Ben Roethlisberger. Like, buddy has no arm. Like,
No.
He's a big check down and running back guy. But
Yeah, and Wilson, it just shook up everything. Shook up everything.
how many wins do they have next year? Let's wrap it up with that. Just a random hot take, one thing in with not knowing who the starter is or who they pick. It's so hard. Like it's just for fun. I think 6.
I don't even want to think about it.
Over,
Like,
under 5.5.
5.5 under.
over. Can I even take it? I don't know.
I'm going under.
Yeah, I hate to say it.
Under.
What if we
Wait,
win?
wait,
What if we win the division? Hot take. Drew Lock's dirty.
could you
and
imagine?
the defense is gnarly and Lockett and DK stay. Oh, imagine us.
Well, no, they're playing.
Denver.
So in that division, oh yeah, you guys are. No.
Oh no. Yeah, under 5. Because we have to play the
Oh, we
Chiefs.
play the
Broncos.
NFC West, yeah.
I
mean, AFC West.
Yeah. That's the best part, and I don't care if the tickets are $1,000 a piece. I will be going to that game. To Denver, Seattle, at Seattle.
Oh my god, that's gonna be insane.
And the schedule, the weeks haven't come out, and everyone's saying the NFL's 100% gonna put that week 1. 100%.
Oh man.
Because
There's no way you don't, right?
if you don't, you're stupid. Like that could be. They have the opener on whatever night that is for the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
or whatever, and then literally the first 10 a.m. primetime game.
I don't think it should. I think it should be the first Sunday night game.
Oh, that'd be
Sunday
such a
night
cool
in
way to wrap it
Seattle,
up.
And it's still gonna be like decently warm weather. And
Dude, Sunday Night Football in Seattle is so fun with the ferry coming in and out, and they show this. It's a fun one.
that
It's in the middle of the city.
stadium would be rocking.
That's what I said.
Couple teams that stand out at me, depending on the quarterback situation. Saints, Bucks, I think Lions, Jets, Giants.
Play the AFC.
Lions, Jets, Giants are hard to not go like 2-1. Like
Yeah, come on.
it's. I mean, if we go 1 and 2, and
Well,
then
depends if
lost
like
to the
Drew
Giants
Lock
and they
injures
pull
or
the
quarterback gets hurt or something.
yeah, if we're talking Geno Smith starting, fucking over under.
If we re-sign Quandre Diggs, I think we win 6 games. If we don't, I think it's gonna be under. I know that's like one player.
No,
but
But then he break his leg like
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's recovered. I don't know. He's been like
He's
he
fine.
seemed really excited about.
He didn't
things on
flip us
Twitter.
off after he broke his leg.
Yeah, that should. Yeah.
Makes me happy.
he was actually my Earl Thomas is actually my fantasy football name this year.
No, it's not.
It was about something about Earl.
Mine was airing it out with 2 A's for Aaron Rodgers and Aaron. Anyway.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's a crazy day. Guess we'll get into the rest of it in the next part, but
Boom. Oh, that was a good segment. Holy shit. And I don't know about you guys, but I woke up great.
Shut up.
Great, dude. Woke up with Aaron Rodgers is staying in Green Bay. First, I saw a 4-year, $200 million deal. I'm like, wow, that's jarring. Because all I heard was he's not there for the money.
That's jarring.
I was like, wow, dude. Okay, and then I start hearing
McAfee.
yeah, McAfee. I noticed, like, after I see all my notifications, it came out from McAfee. His insider, aka Aaron Rodgers.
yeah,
told him-
AKA Rodgers texted him.
Yeah, it was amazing. And then some random reporter, some random insider goes, he signed a 4-year, $200 million deal.
I don't know where
I
they got
don't know where it came from. Thought about it, like,
Probably
hey,
Schefter, bro.
yeah. Let's not get into it. Okay?
I think it was Pelissero.
Yeah.
First.
And I don't know. I noticed, and then obviously that's gonna roll throughout the whole media.
Yeah.
It's the 4-year, $200 million deal, and then seeing all. I didn't even click through all of it, but like Stephen A. Smith, like, are you gonna win a Super Bowl? Like you team first, but you're penalizing them in cap, and Aaron Rodgers came out and said that. Even McAfee first said that's not real, and McAfee came out, which was I really liked how he kind of showed every insider report like, hey, you're false. My source isn't saying this, which is
After
Aaron
breaking
Rodgers.
the news
Yeah.
too, which is so cool.
And it just since the whole Aaron Rodgers thing with the fake consumption of like, yep, after accumulation of things, he wants out. He wants out just for more clicks on the draft from Adam Schefter. And
He really likes Adam Schefter.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't noticed.
it annoys me where like now like all the journalism saying he's not supposed to like are you gonna win a championship, and
No, he won't.
Like, are you ever gonna win a Super Bowl? And it just annoys me, so I had to look it up.
Yeah.
Since it's about to go into Super Bowl 57, right?
Yeah.
There's only been 12 quarterbacks with multiple Super Bowls. You know how rare it is?
Brady.
It's like 1 in 5. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Nick Foles isn't going to win more than one.
Yeah.
Russell won. I mean, it makes sense.
Brady, Joe Montana, Terry Bradshaw, Troy Aikman, Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, John Elway, Jim Plunkett, Bob Cousy,
He played for
Roger Staubach, and Bart Starr.
There's no way he played for the Bills. They didn't.
Bart Starr. No, that wasn't him.
Anyway, that's
But it just shows, and I feel like this trajectory with, I feel like modern NFL fans and just the whole media it's very, I mean, it's kind of like a far stretch, but like TikTok, everyone's just like 7 seconds, like short attention span where it's like Super Bowl happened, right?
even the media span short.
Yeah, it's very short where Patrick Mahomes wins his first Super Bowl. And he's super young, like he's young, and they're like, he's going to be the greatest of all time.
He's the greatest of all time.
He's on pace to have 6, 7, 10 Super Bowls.
Oh
right
my
now.
God, he's going to win 10.
Where it's like, this is the NFL. Everything
doesn't happen like
changes.
that,
no.
It's human nature. Things, there's going to be fuck ups.
Sometimes your brother is really annoying.
Yeah, it's just like it is.
Your wife pours champagne on people.
It's just making me annoying about sports media right now, where it's so quick. It's like Rams won, Matthew Stafford. All right, fuck him now. He needs to win another one. It's like,
it's funny that you're right though. That's the perfect example because they win a Super Bowl and 3 days later, it's like, is he even a Hall of Famer though? It's like not even riding how hard it is to get to the Super Bowl.
Aaron Rodgers, 4th MVP. And it's like, okay,
That's crazy. He got back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like,
and then only 6 losses in a total of 2 years. No, it's 9 losses in a total of 3 years.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. And
13-3, 13-3.
These achievements, but really don't even get really advertised that and like appreciated as much because people are always looking at the next thing, and it frustrates me. It's like, do you even care that? Because people kept saying, well, Rodgers is a flake if he wants to leave. Like I was like, do you really want him to leave? Like it's annoying. It's
I trusted his word on McAfee though when he said he was going to retire or stay.
Yeah.
So I don't see this as insane breaking news as much as I was like, I'm so thrilled we get to see the back-to-back reigning MVP not retire.
His mindset was either he's going to retire or keep playing as a Packer.
Yeah.
Which was what heart-warmed me because I felt like the past year and a half almost
wasn't.
It's been.
It was everything but that. He didn't care about.
He was a Bronco the last 2 off seasons. Like,
it's annoying and
for sure.
Media just keeps twisting it, and even when I finally won as a fan, it still gets bashed on in false reports. But they always bite at and they keep running with, and there's no apology.
It's modern media though. I mean, it's like you said, the 7 seconds, like TikTok's a perfect example, but even nowadays, like it's not a fun example, but even like the Henry Brown story, it's 3 days. Like 4 days in, you don't see a new article. It is what it is. Here's the update. He's on house arrest. That used to not be a thing. You used to not murder someone and have it be a 2 day story. But I mean, that's what it is. Like
It's so much news now and going by. It's just like, why? It's annoying how much fake news been around Aaron Rodgers. It's just even really frustrating.
The mainstream sports media, like so much of it is like that though. So much of every one of their segments is hot takes and things that they'll never like. A lot of times they don't even think they mean. Not even
just
clickbait. They just don't mean.
They'll put on the characters WWE.
Yeah.
This WWE. It's annoying, and I feel like at the same time back on the Super Bowl thing, it's devaluing the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's like that every kid who gets in the NFL, their one goal is basically like some people just want money, but most people are
the Super Bowl. Yeah.
I want to go be a champ. I want to get that ring on it.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be amazing. I want to build my legacy. I want to be in the Hall of Fame. It's like appreciate that once in a while. Like take time in that. And it's frustrating how they keep saying you're not going to win a Super Bowl. It's like honestly, that was the best. Green Bay is the best shot because it's.
So I have a question. Do you not think his legacy has a stain on it though if they don't win us another Super Bowl or if they don't make a title shot?
Because I feel like media's gonna try to stain it.
He's so good, but it's really difficult when he doesn't win playoff games to talk. This is me just speaking as an outside perspective because I think he's one of the greatest of all time, arguably the greatest talent-wise alone. I think he's but Man, I know you're practicing. It's really, really hard, though, to back it up when you lose first round every time. It's really hard. Or first game. It's really, really difficult.
Two years in a row of NFC Championship stung. First round exit. I mean, once I saw 49ers.
And then you get the benefit of first round bye, and then you lose. It's like it's really hard to
It's
justify.
hard, but I love the team. There's obviously holes, but I feel like it's a lot very complete. I feel like with Jair Alexander coming back.
Yeah, you guys are
probably trading Za'Darius
You won
Smith.
13 games with the most injuries in the league.
Yeah.
Like, literally, no one had more starters out for more
the
games.
Titans.
But who? Outside of Derrick Henry? They didn't lose 6 starters, though, man. They didn't lose 6 starters.
Who was all pros or even...
They had a ton of depth.
They had a ton, yeah, they did, yeah. But strictly off starters, like, I don't think any team had 5 to 6 starters missing.
Takari was out for like he didn't play.
Aaron Rodgers had COVID.
Yeah, I mean,
like
he was limping around with a broken toe.
He had COVID toe.
Yeah, come on, COVID toe.
It's just like there was so much things, and people were like, well, it was a long time since he had Super Bowl. Like, let's say in 10 years, or that's too long. Let's say in 3 or 4 years, Russell Wilson doesn't make it past the second round. Are they going to start doing the Aaron Rodgers thing?
Well, I mean, both of those guys are talked about top 10 or 12 of all time, though. So it's more of where do you fit in?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you got to remember, Russell has the benefit of being 5 years younger than him and has the same amount of, or 4, and has the same amount of rings.
I just feel like the knocking down now in this current climate is just way harsher. Like, I mean, I do it for Jamal Adams.
Well, yeah.
He makes a significant impact in the blitz.
So.
Yeah, but they're like, or like the Ben Simmons thing in NBA, where like he's not good at shooting. He can't even be on the basketball court. It's like, well,
he's elite in almost everything else.
He's elite in every single goddamn
but that.
Except, he can't shoot. So.
Yeah, I agree. The Super Bowl making it not seem like a lot, and correct me wrong, but I think it's fair to say it's harder than ever to win a Super Bowl. I mean, the Chiefs can be good every year, and you run into the Bills.
It's a stat.
The Chiefs can be every year, and you run into the Bills. It's like
talent's just going up. Talent's just going up.
What are you gonna say?
Yeah, AFC is insane the past couple of years now.
Oh, they're starting.
NFC is so top heavy.
NFC is really top heavy, but when you look at AFC and go Mahomes,
I think the AFC is really deep.
Yeah, they have 10 quarterbacks, and I'm like, holy fuck, you guys get to
it's not even just
over and over.
It's insane.
The AFC is even more stacked now because you just added Russell Wilson to it, and it makes the NFC's life a lot easier, I think, until you get to that conference championship where all of a sudden whoever wins the conference in the AFC, especially if they didn't have a first round bye, every team they beat is going to be a legit team. Except 100%. Maybe like the very last 7 seed if you're the first round if you're the 2nd seed. But every team you play out of the AFC is gonna be a legit.
We could see a 7 beat a 2 and no.
Yeah, because the Patriots. If the Bills win the division, say the Patriots somehow become the 7th seed. Well, tell me the Patriots aren't a real team,
and that they're not going to be very competitive against whoever they run.
Yeah, so until you get to the Super Bowl, whoever wins the NFC. I think that AFC team every year now is going to be even more hardened and ready. So if Rodgers wins a Super Bowl, he should get 10 times more credit.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the perfect other side of it. It's like the NBA where the regular season doesn't matter, and it's all about we can beat anyone in the playoffs. It's arguable to say that the NFL's never been the opposite. It's the polar opposite because you have to win a lot of games.
Yeah.
You have to either win your division.
Such a physical, demanding sport
for sure.
Like it's not as many games as NBA, but. Man, you go run through people.
There's no rest day.
My
knee's a little sore.
Yeah. It is ridiculous.
For sure.
It's just I'm just very even as happy as I was today. I was upset on how the media's reaction, everything, because it's just I'll never fucking.
It just confirmed
he'll never win.
Yeah, it just confirmed me though why I never will turn on ESPN for my favorite news source.
No,
I'll go.
Everyone, click off ESPN right now.
Literally.
Even though he reported the 200 mil thing, he wasn't the first.
I like him.
Shefty?
Yeah. Oh! I enjoy everyone that's not mainstream.
Right?
Brad Coleman, we were talking about film breakdown guys, Zach Shum or Pat McAfee show. I mean, I literally I would rather listen to I listen to Bill Burr, they do a football thing. I'd literally rather listen to that than I would someone making bad takes for views. It's not sport, it's not journalism.
No, it's nothing football. It's nothing football. Yeah. It's always agenda or something.
So what do you, as a Packers fan, so obviously whatever his deal ends up being, we don't know that yet. I assume I don't think it'll be a 1-year deal. I think it'll be a 2 to 4 year deal.
I think 3, 4.
Yeah, 3, 4 probably. But what do you do you want them to? Jordan Love's gonna have to get paid at some point during that.
I think we're gonna trade him.
You think you're gonna trade him?
You know what's the funny part though? You're
There's
not
no
going to get
reason.
anything better than like a fourth.
No, yeah, I don't.
You're basically going to trade your for a pick for somebody from a
But I mean,
first.
just as a human aspect, you want him to succeed. I would love to see him succeed.
yeah.
Or even have a shot to be a
For
starting
sure.
quarterback in the NFL for being
They
a
don't
first.
want him to suck. There's
Yeah.
no. They're
Rodgers doesn't want him to suck.
Yeah, even Rodgers, even the guy starting over, no one's happy. Ooh, we drafted this guy who's not going to get to play and is going to sit behind him until he's 30 when we have him start. No one
If we
wants
get
that.
high or mid 4th or 5th round pick, even this draft, I'm
Seven,
happy.
right? Yeah.
I'm happy. Send him to like I don't know, Falcons or something.
I mean,
Who knows?
I would say
Falcons would be a good spot for him.
Minnesota.
Yeah, under
I like
Matt
Kyle
Allen,
Vaughn.
Yeah,
I really like him.
one more, veteran quarterback.
Tampa, you don't know who they're going to get
Oh,
yet?
yeah,
Could
Tampa.
get Winston, could
Tampa's
Terry
good
ACL again? I don't know. Like,
It would be. I don't know. It's just like obviously there's only one way about
the
this.
thing is,
I think they also really like Kurt Benkert. Like I think the whole organization, and I think he's
the team who originally wanted Jordan Love, the Colts.
the Colts, yeah.
the Colts would be a great spot.
Because they're
for-
trying to
they need a
trade
quarterback.
him.
Yeah.
Potts, imagine they trade Carson somewhere for everyone.
Oh, they're releasing.
Listen,
Yeah, they're
not
gonna-
a quarter. No, I know because no one wants that contract and he's a bum. But
Yeah.
anyway.
But yeah, Jordan Love needs to either find a home but if Rodgers only gets a 2-year deal, then as a Packers fan, would you be like, well, keep Love just in case?
It would be hard
That's so
because
hard, man. That's
'cause-
4 years.
I know.
That's so hard.
Like
But
Rodgers sat for 3 years.
you accept
That
his
was behind
player
him.
option, and then it's like, all right, if you throw 400 touchdowns, we're dropping $260 million on you for
yeah.
7 years, man. It's
What do
just
you
like,
think about?
I don't think he's gonna be the long term.
Do you think
it's a slap in the face with the organization? They really beefed up on that.
So I have a question. Do you think that they don't? Do you think they do it this year? Yes or no? Just real quick. I have a
Oh,
second.
I think it's gonna be this offseason.
Okay. So second, do you think?
No reason about that.
I mean, obviously, no one can tell me how he feels, but how do you think Rodgers feels in that? He's not mad, but how do you think? Do you think he's not just like, I was right. Should have gone
His
to a fucking
comfort.
receiver or
But-
lineman?
yeah.
Wow, huh? I'm
But-
so right.
I bet they've had a lot of talks because the only problem with him was with the front office, and I feel like they
Dude, who's
over
front
the years
office?
they
700 people
they
in the
patched that
Good
well.
times.
That was the only thing, and obviously I think they like. Well, I mean, we love Jordan, but
Yeah.
we should have never drafted him first.
So the best thing you can do is get him in. My only worry, why I ask now or later, is if it's later, he has nothing to show, but he's older. It's still like,
Yeah.
hey, buddy, you're getting a fifth of the reps because you're a second guy. The only time you're getting reps is when Rodgers is resting or
Yeah.
injured on midweek.
Rodgers doesn't practice that much though. He's been on record to say
Well,
like, I don't need to practice.
With the toe, I mean, I think when he said like most
Yeah, that
of
was
his,
different with the toe.
with the toe thing was different, but he still practiced.
Yeah,
he's
no,
not like
still
a,
does,
he's not like a
But
every rep.
I could see Rodgers being like, oh, get Jordan some more. I'm okay now. Get Jordan some more reps. Just because I think Rodgers is such I think he is a good guy if he ends up staying. But I
I
agree
agree
with
need
you.
the throws on his arm. There's no need to throw the ball 800 times in practice when you're.
Yeah, like I remember it was his third MVP season, and last year. I didn't want to confuse anything, but they're like, well, what are you happy about like throughout the season? Like, well, I think what I was happy about is he was 100% healthy. He was never on the injury report ever.
Yeah,
The
I
guys
remember
are
saying that.
So it was
That
cool
big.
because I feel like later in his career he was kind of like dinged up, collarbone injury.
happens.
Yeah, it happens.
It's playing man sport, most physical sport. Like, yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it's just I'm very frustrated on how the whole media just.
It's always like that though. It just confirmed
Yeah.
it. Same thing as the Russ.
It's just a joke.
You're that's what it
And as
confirmed.
people get older,
It didn't like
they're gonna realize like, why hell do I care about Stephen A. Smith's take right now?
yeah,
Or
for sure.
Bayless's, like,
For sure.
Yeah, I just want clips.
So
Yeah, and the Russell thing, I felt the same way. And it's not even that, like, I'm not like, oh, I hate them so. I get it. It's TV. It's a dying thing that no one. So you have to be hot. It can't be slow in talking like this. But it converted with Wilson of some people being like, worst trade ever, Seahawks are idiots, to ESPN opinion articles coming out an hour later giving Broncos an F and Seahawks an A. And then you have Colin Cowherd saying, just being an idiot and being like, the Broncos are going to win a Super Bowl and Seattle's going to regret this for a decade. And then other people saying, the Broncos gave up so much, Russell's wash broke a finger, can't complete passes. It's like, oh my God, none of you are serious.
No, yeah.
None of you are using your genuine football knowledge from decades of watching it. It's
You
all
got-
for clicks. It's
Yeah,
so
you got that one superstar, but like
Yeah.
sometimes in life you gotta be balanced. You gotta have a
Yes.
full, complete roster, not just these giant holes where there's going to continue to be narratives like, well, the Seahawks don't have a good defense. Like, well, sometimes you got to lose something really big to become great. Like, seriously.
Yeah, that's. I know we talked about it earlier, but that's where I go to you're not going to Super Bowl now. Let's move on and figure out how to
Also,
the next 5 years.
I know this is really late, but the Broncos trading Noah Fant. They still have Albert Okwuegbunam, really hard last name. Very similar player to Fant, very fast, like a tight end.
Yeah.
And I know we already covered that, but I just thought that's a good part to add about that trade because that's also a plus for the Broncos. They're not losing a type of player. Obviously, the skill level is different, just that type of player.
Yeah.
Sorry,
the receivers. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then I think that's enough Rodgers talk. It's just I'm
Should we go into some FanDuel talk?
Yeah.
Degenerate talk?
Yeah, I just felt relieved on everything. It's just a lot of weight off my fan shoulders.
Yeah.
But yeah, Calvin Ridley, dude, do you want to hop on? Like, we'll definitely throw. We threw him in our great gambling group chat, dude.
Yeah.
We don't have a gambling group chat.
No,
I mean, if you, I'll take a new host. I mean,
yeah, dude. With your picks for Sunday. But yeah, he's suspended for an entire year so far for gambling, sports gambling. And before we get into NFL and their morals, I want to. It's quite disrespectful. Obviously, I like the full story, but how I see it right now, it's very disrespectful of using mental health as a scapegoat.
So let me just preface this. Are you saying that the gambling had anything to do with the mental health? Because my take is, I think I'm a big supporter in it, but I agree if it's not the truth, then let's not do that. But my take is that he was at home for the mental health thing, and that turned into him getting bored. Or turning
he's like,
I don't think he was taking time off to put 3 bets that were all $500.
Just how everything lined up in my brain, I saw it as he gambled, he maybe lost money, then he's like, I need time on my own because he lost like $10 million.
The thing is though that they can prove it, so
Well,
I don't think that's true.
he didn't lose $10 million.
And also, someone was making the jokes of him working with the cartel. They proved it was from his phone.
Yeah.
So they have the amount. So if it's more than 15, he'd be an idiot for tweeting. But I was gonna go through, just read his tweets in order. So to me, it's just like, where's your agent? Where's your mom? Where's your girlfriend? Like, where's someone being like, hey, buddy, take that shit down and shut up and apologize.
He did delete the I bet 1,500.
No, he didn't.
Well, he did, and then he
reposted it in the same wording. I think he privated it, whatever.
Yeah.
So he goes, I bet 1,500 total. I don't have a gambling problem. I couldn't even watch football at that point. Just go and be more healthy when I come back. I know I was wrong, but I'm getting 1 year LL. That one sticks out a lot because I get him wanting to justify him. Hey, I wasn't betting tens of millions. I'm not a degenerate. I don't have a problem. I didn't have someone fix a game. But tweeting the day you get suspended for a year, I know I was wrong, but
Green Bay should sign him.
Welcome back, everyone. So, as camera battery died,
fucking Bobby Wagner got cut. No,
our boys,
dude. John Schneider, you better be fucking in your house hiding from me because I'm looking for you.
all jokes,
dude. Okay, no, joke. I'm not actually gonna hurt you, John Schneider, but
record tricks with
dude.
Yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't try and even look to trade him. You think there would have been rumors like, oh,
it's 1 year left, but
I would take you as a team. I think you should try and get whatever value you can. But I understand trying to give the player the ability to find his own home.
Just real quick, I don't know how much longer I'm about it, but do you guys think that that's Bobby Wagner saying I don't want to be here with Russ here, and then him saying I don't want to wait till you guys trade me in 2 weeks? Do you think that's what it is? Because I think that's what it is. But dude, this morning started and I was so happy.
We'll go for more in depth on Friday's episode.
More Ridley talk.
More Ridley. We'll talk about a lot more. Camera battery gonna die, and we'll see everyone on Friday.
See you guys later.